Hey, what's up everybody? It's Ninja from Reborn Knights, bringing to you a unboxing / review of my new Techni Sports computer chair. And I'm going to go ahead and just do the time lapse of me actually putting the chair together, and then we'll end up coming back to do a review for it. Stay tuned. So I'm going to go ahead and hop right into my review while the time lapse is going on in the background. So I've never owned a DX Racer chair or any kind of a sports chair. I've sat on them and stuff at like LAN events, but in comparison to like DX Racer or is it Omega, I really like the quality of the actual chair itself. The leather on it is really nice. I did only have two complaints personally myself while putting the chair together and actually sitting in it. First off, being the armrest. They are movable up and down, but the issue that I have with them is that they're a little loose and they do move back and forth. And if you're not careful, you can actually turn them sideways. I think that it has more or less to do with like the locking mechanism. I thought that it had to do with that it wasn't tightened up enough underneath, but I actually ended up going as tight as I possibly can, and it still didn't end up resolving the issue. That's perfectly fine though, because I'm really not going to be using the armrest that much anyway. I even debated on not even putting them on. The other big issue that I ended up having with it was the bolts that end up coming with the actual chair itself. All came in one bag, which I guess really is not that big of an issue, because on the paper itself for the instructions on how to put the chair together, it tells you the small bolts end up getting used for the actual like bottom of the chair, and the longer bolts go for the backrest, and then there's a smaller one that goes for the covers for the back for the reclining feature. So I mean, it had a description on the actual contents of the instruction manual on which bolt was for what, but I'm kind of used to a lot of other I guess companies and instructions on how they have individual pouches for each thing, so you're not losing them. Because they did end up in the instructions have them labeled in alphabetical order. So it was kind of hard to know about which bolt it was until I ended up kind of getting a better look at them. So that's my only other complaint that I ended up having about it, other than the armrest would be. I guess I did have technically one more issue, which was the Allen wrench that ended up coming with it. Actually ended up getting stripped pretty quickly to where I actually ended up having to use my own Allen wrench to actually put it back to use. In the video itself that you end up seeing, I end up putting the chair completely together, and actually whenever I sat down in it and actually tried to use the lower and heighten feature of the hydraulic portion of it, I actually ended up putting the solenoid on wrong and actually didn't end up putting it in the groove that it should have been to actually allow that feature to work. So I actually had to take the chair completely apart on the bottom portion of it, and whenever I was doing so, the Allen wrench or Allen key that ended up coming with the actual chair ended up stripping, so I actually had to use my own to actually put it back together. I guess those are my only three complaints. So the bolts were all in one package together, the Allen key, and the armrest. Other than that, like as I said before, I debated on even using the armrest anyway. But overall, I really like the chair. I think it's pretty awesome. We are actually giving away one of the chairs, and they come in a variety of different colors, which I'll actually end up posting up right now, the actual ad and stuff for it. You can head over to our Twitter, which is twitter.com/Reborn Knights. It's actually on our pinned tab, which has the link and stuff, which I'll also including in the description of this video, that you can click on to actually win your own racing or your own chair that you can end up using, and you get to choose the color, and they will actually ship it directly to you. So other than that, I really am super excited to actually try out my chair long term and see if it ends up helping, because I actually have some slight back and hip problems and stuff from the fall that I ended up having, the reason why I have my sling on. So I'm hoping that this chair will end up giving me a little bit more comfort and make it a little bit speedier recovery without adding any additional strain or irritation on my joints and muscles. So we'll end up seeing. But I appreciate you guys for sticking by to watch the video. Be sure to stick around to the end of the video to actually see some of the additional features that the chair has. So I'm going to show off some of the additional features that the chair has. On the handle for the armrest, it actually has a heightening and lowering mechanism. It also has a reclining feature for the actual top part of the chair. Obviously, with it being any type of computer chair, it has the lowering mechanism, the hydraulics. And then one of the cooler features that I didn't end up getting in the last video that I ended up doing was the pillow pad actually can move up and down due to the straps that I ended up showing in the video before. They actually end up going through the holes that you can see here at the very top and coming down through the back and then coming out from the very bottom underneath the seat, and then strapping in the middle there, allowing the pillow to actually move up and down to where you can have it fit and be comfortable anywhere on your back. Thanks again, guys, for watching the video, and if you did it up and enjoying the video, make sure you slap that like button, and to stay up to date with anything we end up posting over here on the Reborn Knights channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thanks, guys. This is Ninja, and I'm out.